Okay, we're now recording this, I think. Hopefully. All right. Welcome to the AdoptOpenJDK infrastructure call. I guess we'll go around the room and highlight some of the stuff that we've done in the last week since the past call. I'll start off with issue number 89, the Nagios plugins. I have successfully tested the Nagios plugins on SLES 12X and S390, SLES 11 X and P, Red Hat 6, 7 XP LE S390, and Raspbian on ARM, Ubuntu 14 on X and LE, and Ubuntu 16 X on S390 and LE. So we got most of the stuff in there and tested now. So next time the playbook runs, it'll work across those machines. We have a couple other ones that need to be updated. Probably will be FreeBSD, but otherwise things are looking really good. So that's what I was doing last week. Grant, do you have any updates? You muted. Grant, you're muted.
How's that?
There you go.
Right. I haven't done too much since our last meeting. I've got other things to focus on. The last thing I did really was to add some FTFP bits to the playbook for CentOS and the operating system. But there's still Mac to look at, which broadly. Mike has said that there's been some other work in Canada using XBFD. Yeah. The area, I think we learned some. If I can find a website, I'll tell you what it was. Do you happen to know?
Not off the top of my head. Ah, yes, here it is. 184.
Found it. So, last comment was, oh, where was it Mike made the comment? Maybe he sent me an email, but I've added CentOS and SLES. All that was left was FreeBSD or Linux. Hadn't got around to it, and that was at the time of writing that, so I'm not sure whether it was supported on the other operating system yet.
I know work about Mac.
Sorry?
There's one other work item about that for Mac as well, but it's the same thing.
Yes, I thought so. Yes. So I did some experimenting on my MacBook, and as far as I can tell, XBFD makes that not in the same path. But I've done no more. Here we go. Oh, I see. He's added a comment to item 384. He says, note that there's already some work that's been done in this area in Canada, and he's given me a link to an internal issue. So we can maybe look at that. Maybe there's something there that we can use for XBFD. But yeah, like I say, I've been focusing on it this week.
All right. Sounds good. And Adam, do you have any updates? Oops. Adam, do you have any updates?
Still working on that stuff. I think basically Mike knew that there was work going on at Adopt that we were hearing internally, so as long as we were aware of it, we have to go for it.
That Joe to Koenig.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, wanted to add?
So he doesn't have a working mic. I think he's just
observing.
To hear what's going on.
All right. I guess a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Item 214, auto update all machines with the latest playbooks. I wanted to try to come up with a good time for a schedule to do that, like once a week type thing. And perhaps I'm thinking right now that we split it up so that it only runs to one vendor at a time. So like, you know, 1-on-1 or Mac Stadium ones run on a particular day, and another day they run on a different provider, just to split it up so that way if there is a problem, it doesn't take down all the machines.
That's probably the simplest way to do it, and I suppose keeping it simple means it's less likely to go wrong.
Yeah, and the work that was done with the dynamic playbooks allows us to use limits and call them by vendor. So that'll work out quite nicely through AWX.
I was thinking that it would have been nice, because Shelley was looking at the issues to do with doing Jenkins backups. Well, obviously what we want to do is that when you run these playbooks, you don't want them to be anything running on.
Ideally, yes. So we also will look into triggering it from and the other one is a new item I just created this morning. Negios is our Slack channel for Negios. There is quite noisy. The infrastructure channel. Sorry, the infrastructure-bot channel.
Right.
It's fairly noisy with one provider's machines, and I'm going to look at ways to tweak the settings so that way they don't spam us, because all the machines are fine. They just are a little slower to respond to ping. I think it's because of their firewall.
You're talking about maybe increasing the timeout for some kind of bounce setting. I noticed that some of them don't respond, and then a short while later they do. So you get the exclamation mark message followed not long afterwards by the tick one. Everything's okay.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And if, you know, at any time, if you log in yourself, if you switch to the machine, it works perfectly fine. So I'm not seeing a problem with it, and I'm not seeing anything from Jenkins complaining about it. But I think it's just, it just doesn't like to connect all the time, and it might be dropping the odd packet from the firewall or something. So I want to look at tweaking Negio so that way it doesn't complain as loudly.
Is it worth creating a playbook that will update those settings so that you can, if you suddenly find that, say, one provider's machine is all of a sudden, for whatever reason, responding slowly, run the playbook just to tweak the numbers to allow for that, and then sometime later tweak them back?
I mean, it's not that complicated to do. Just edit the configuration file in Negios for them. And that's just the one file, and you're just going to tweak it a little. I don't know if that's necessary to run to create a playbook for it. Those are the only ones that I was had most interest in. Did anybody else have any issues they wanted to bring up or concerns about any current work items?
With Rob's and Jenkins locking up when into quiet mode prior to doing back. So there's a known issue with Jenkins. But I think the approach they've gone for is to do the backups with Jenkins still running, Job's still running. So maybe we could have taken advantage of that quiet period in order to do the machine running the playbook. But if they're looking to do that quiet period now, they're not academic.
Yeah, well, the other thing we're still looking at getting right now is a good place to store our backups. And once we have that, then we can really look at scheduling the stuff a little more appropriately, and then testing the backups too. But yeah, that is a bug that we saw where it would take out the website because it would never end. But
you can bring it back without restarting the server.
Yeah.
Do you have any security concerns about backing up to a public repo?
Well, so that would depend. So some, like a lot of the stuff probably would be fine, but we have to really look at it and understand what we're actually backing up, make sure there's nothing in there that is of any concern. But backing up to a Git repo won't be large enough to store the backups. Well, isn't there a limit? Isn't there a file limitation? Like I can't store like a gig.
Yeah, but you're only backing up using the thin backup plugin, right?
Oh, that you're talking just about Jenkins. I'm talking about everything. Yeah. So, but yeah, I want to look at these as potential solutions, and with a couple of the other providers coming online, maybe we'll be able to get some decent sized SAN that we can dump our stuff to.
I'm guessing that these tests aren't going to have anything, what we call personal data on them, part of their data set.
Well, we hope not, and we have to really watch that, especially with the GDRP.
Potentially cost us a lot of money, whoever us is. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No, that's a good point. Thanks for bringing that up. That's about all I had. Did anybody else? All right. Well, if not, I guess we can call it close to this. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
You too.